So on the Republican side, what we hear is that it created wealth for millions and millions of people, and from the Democrat side, we hear that that wealth was largely in the hands of the uber rich. Now, I'm presuming that the truth is somewhere down the middle, Andrew, but could you give us your view from 30,000 feet on that?
Yeah, so when I look at this issue, I read through all what the experts say, what the Tax Foundation, the Tax Policy Center, all these experts, and they all provide clashing opinions. So instead, what I did is I actually looked at the government data to see, okay, what happened in the aftermath of the TCGA when it was enacted in 2018. So federal tax revenues actually rose $1.5 trillion to around $5 trillion from the year when it was enacted in 2018 to the end of 2024. Employment also ballooned before the pandemic. It rose from 147.5 million to more than 152 million from the enactment of TCGA to February 2020. Real hourly wages, that's inflation adjusted hourly wages, increased 5% cumulatively in 2018 and 2019. And then, of course, here's the meat and potatoes of it, because the Democrats will always say, oh, it only benefited the wealthy, it didn't benefit, anybody else. The rich have to pay their fair share, yada, yada, yada. So here's from the IRS data itself. So the top 1%, they now pay 46% of all income taxes. Before the TCGA was enacted, they paid 37%. The top 10%, they pay 76% of all income taxes, up from 70%. And then finally, the bottom 50%, they pay 2% of all taxes, down from 3% in 2016. So those are the results from the TCGA. This is the government data. It's not independent analysis. It's just what the government is saying.
So essentially, since the implementation of the TCJA, the wealthier in society ended up paying a larger proportion of the tax take, and the poor in society ended up paying a lower amount.